Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying the weekend so far. Tonight is daylight savings time, so be sure to set your clocks back an hour, and we'll enjoy the earlier darkness of the winter months, right? The fall and winter months. So I've got Joey from the shift coming on in a couple of minutes as my special guest. We're gonna basically dissect this Yankees World Series, autopsy it, and then plot our offseason, what we need to address moving forward, right? And shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. All he is. Jonathan Hayden, Buckeye, the Beagle Dad, what's happening? And speaking of the devil, we got the man of the hour, the man of the evening, Joey Baggy Downs from the shift. Joe, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, Jason? How are you, bro? How you doing?
The two most handsome dudes on Yankees YouTube ever right now. So,
can you hear me? Am I good?
You're good, man.
Awesome stuff. Awesome.
It's good
awesome.
that we're so modest about our handsomeness. So, yeah.
You're too much. You're too much.
So, now that we've had a couple of days to kind of digest, process what's happened, I wanted to get your take on this, and I wanted to put something up here. I'm not sure if you've seen this yet, but this is right from the Dodgers scouts. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay. So the Dodgers scouts, they had meetings in advance. You know what? This team reminds me of the Yankees of 98 and 99 when they had a plan for pretty much everything. This Dodgers team had a plan for everything. Let me read this out, okay? Check this out, bro. So what the Dodgers told their players in scouting meetings was that the Yankees were talent over fundamentals. That if you run the bases with purpose and aggression, the Yankees will self-inflict harm. It was exposed by Betts, Tommy Edman, Freeman, and etc. That the value was very high to put the ball in play to make the Yankees execute. They mentioned that the Yankees were not just the major's worst base running team by every metric, but the difference was that was vast put on the field between them and the Padres, who the Dodgers beat in a division series, but were impressive in this area. They were thrilled at how short Yankee leads were at first base to potentially be less of a threat on the pivots at second, where Gavin Lux does not excel. They said that in their meetings had the Yankees as the worst positioned outfield. They were amazed how many times relay throws were skittering through the infield with no one taking charge, and how often Jazz Chisholm, for example, was out of place or just standing there when a play was in action. So this came directly from the Dodgers, right? They had a specific plan, and a lot of what they just said unfolded in that fifth inning that changed the whole course of the World Series for the Yankees, right? So, I've said this, and I want to get your take on it, but I think the Yankees beat themselves more than the Dodgers beat them.
And Jason,
give me your take, bro. But Dodgers were a better team. Dodgers were a better team.
Jason,
go ahead.
1,000% the Yankees beat themselves.
This was
there is no question. The Dodgers, they're a good team, not taking anything away from them. They are a good team. Some people might think that, the Dodgers are just the better overall team than the Yankees. And listen, they are, and that's fine, Jason. That's okay. What I know is this. The Dodgers did not. They beat the Yankees, but they did not handle the Yankees like they handled the Mets. Does that make sense? I know they beat the Mets in 6, but they scored a lot of runs. There were a lot of runs that series.
Mm-hmm.
And game 5, and I know it's been beat to death. And I made a video absolutely freaking out about it. That 5th inning, Jason, is going to haunt me until the Yankees win a World Series.
It's going to haunt a lot of us.
And I'm not saying that, because we still have to play game 6. We still have to play game 7 if we won game 6. So But the fact of the matter is this: the Yankee pitching that game, gave up 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and we lost, So you had Judge, fundamentals were out the window. You had Volpe, who made that play 9 times out of 10 during the regular season, and for some reason could not make that play there. And then Cole, bases are juiced, strikeout. Then he strikes out Ohtani. It's like, okay, now you're facing Betts. Betts pokes it the other way, as we all know. I don't understand. Listen, maybe Betts beats Cole. Maybe he does. But Jason, if Cole broke off that mound like it looked like he initially did, but he stopped himself, if he broke off that damn mound, hustled to first base, Rizzo flips it to him, it would have been bang, bang. But what if the bang, bang was in our favor? There was one more out to go, Jason. There was one more out to go.
Yep.
There was one more.
Yeah.
That's what kills me. They execute that play all season long. And in the most important game of the season of their careers, they couldn't execute the most simple play, a play that you learn when you're 9 years old.
And to your point,
a guy who runs his own freaking construction company taught me how to cover first base as the pitcher. I mean, you learn this at such a young age. It's remedial.
We've said this a lot. You learn these fundamentals when you're a kid.
Holy crap!
And the Fred.
But the Dodgers saying, "Oh, listen, you're full of it." To be completely honest, you're full of it. You're saying that because you won the whole damn thing. How did you? The Yankees put some respect on them. The New York Yankees made it to the World Series. Okay, so just respect them enough for that. All right. So out of any team, not the Astros, not the Orioles, not the Royals, not the Guardians, not the Tigers, the New York Yankees were in the World Series. Okay, and honestly, you could go to even game 1. And whether Tim Hill gets those last 2 outs, we'll never know, Jason. He might give up a walk-off home run to Ohtani. We'll never know.
Yep.
But him going to Tim Hill in that 10th inning gives the Yankees a better probability than a pitcher that didn't pitch in 37 days. But that doesn't even drive me that crazy as much as the 5th inning in game 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's what drives me the most.
And
it drives me nuts.
And you bring up an important point too, at least fundamentally. Volpe he doesn't have trouble getting to the ball. He has trouble releasing it, throwing it.
Yeah.
This is where he has his errors. Hardly ever does he botch a catch or a diver or anything like that. Throwing it and this is exactly where it was not in the right spot for Jazz Chisholm, right? And that's where and again, he's a young guy. He's got to get better. That's one of the things they need to work on this offseason. There's no doubt about it. And from Jazz Chisholm, I applaud his efforts. I really, really do on third base, but he's better defender at second base. So if Gleyber Torres doesn't come back, they need to seriously consider moving Jazz to second base, where he's a better defender.
I would be absolutely shocked if Jazz is not the New York Yankees second baseman next season. When the Yankees acquired Jazz, Jack Curry, the man himself, Jack Curry, was thinking there has to be a deal where the Yankees are offloading Gleyber, right? Because they don't see Jazz as a third baseman. They don't see it. Jack Curry said that.
I said it too.
And then all of a sudden he's at third base, which he held his, listen, Jazz gets a lot of flack, okay? I actually really like him. I like him a lot. He adds a dynamic on the bases and where that the Yankees just don't have. He created that third run in game 1. Yep. That was him.
Yep.
That was him. He did such a fantastic, and then we were able to score that run. Anthony Volpe, it's a piss missile. They flipped it to second base, got Rizzo out, but you were never going to throw out Volpe at first base anyway on that. And Chisholm set himself up to be there on third base. What? He stole second and third, I think, right?
Yeah, yes, he did.
Yeah, so it's and then he scored on that. He made that run. Him and Volpe did it together. Yep. It was so damn good. We don't have that. Yep. If we don't have Jazz, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So there are certain people who don't like Jazz. I think Jazz brings a dynamic that this Yankee team hasn't had in a very, very, very long time.
Me too.
He needed to hit in the postseason, and he really didn't do too much of that. But at the same time, I like him as a ball player. I think he's really good.
So do I. I do think he's better suited at second base than the Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, the Yankees have Caleb Durbin. I know he's highly touted, but they have to make a decision, right? Are they going to move Jazz to second and either move Caleb Durbin to third or do something else at third, or are they going to keep Jazz at third and play Caleb Durbin at second? They still have to decide, and they have to decide at first now because they declined Anthony Rizzo's options today.
Well, it's
that's kind of obvious anyway. But
the thing is with Caleb Durbin, I think you have to be fair a little bit to Peraza in this way. Just give him the opportunity to battle for that spot versus Durbin. Give him a shot. If he loses, he loses. You DFA him, you trade him. Whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
But he's been in this organization for so long, and some people feel like he hasn't had that right chance to fit in here and gel.
Fair argument.
Give him the opportunity to try and win it. If he wins it, awesome. If he doesn't win it. But at least you gave him a shot. So I think it will be either that or Jason. They're going to drive us crazy. And I'll explain. There's a man, DJ LeMahieu, still on this roster.
Yeah.
At $15 million.
2 more years.
I could totally see them not doing the Durbin thing, not doing the Peraza thing. I could see them platooning DJ, Oswaldo, and Birdie at first and third all year next season. Put Jazz at second, Volpe at short, and leave it at that. Because the one thing that makes me a little worried about this whole thing is Hal Steinbrenner is going to see, hey, we have $15 million tied up into this guy. Let's try to make it work. Let's just try. And then if we have to, we'll trade for somebody. I think that's the wrong move, but I could see the Yankees doing that. Now, I don't know if they will, but I could see them do that, is my point. So, and you give Oswaldo a chance to play. You give Birdie a chance to play, which he's better as a bench player. But, and then DJ's that $15 million. You see if it works, and then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But you do have that money allocated there, and Hal he may just want to see if that could potentially work next season. So yeah, I could see that happening.
I could see it happening too. And one of the things that I'm not sure people realize is Caleb Durbin represents what the Dodgers just inflicted on the Yankees. Running bases like a madman. He's like a stolen base machine. For those that haven't seen his stats, he steals bases with regularity. He hits doubles with regularity. So he runs havoc on the base paths, which is something we have not had in a long time. We had Duke Ellis, who's faster than all these guys. Didn't even utilize him. Right?
Yeah, no.
So we had Jason Dominguez isn't as fast as these guys. I think he'll be there. I think he'll get a shot to be a regular left fielder next year. So he'll get his shot. But a guy like Caleb Durbin, if I had to choose between DJ and Caleb Durbin, I'm going to go with Durbin, and I'm going to let Durbin compete with Peraza.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens. And that to me is a better matchup. It's a better competition for the Yankees than DJ. What else are we going to get from DJ at this point?
Jason, 1,000,000%, man.
Right?
I hear you. I totally get it. The way how the Yankees operate recently and in recent years, it's, hey, we have this 15 million. Let's see if we can make it work.
Yep.
And it's 15 million against their payroll. Let's see if we can make this work. And it's that's frightening to say that because DJ is, I wouldn't even call him a shell of his former self. Like, I don't even know what the heck he is.
Cracked shell.
Yeah, not even I wouldn't even say a cracked shell, Jason. I would say something worse. A clump of cells. I don't know. But it's as far as Peraza goes, last season in the minor leagues, he had a really really slow start.
Yep.
But then he picked it up at the end. He's really started to hit at the end of the season. So, and listen, Peraza has always been a favorite prospect of mine. I love the kid because of his defense, and his bat was pretty good. So it's, I just think, what if they gave him the opportunity? And
He's
we'll
out of
see.
options too. Peraza's out of options too.
Yeah, exactly. I know. So like even the month of July, he had an 821 OPS. The month of August, 851. September 772. So he did okay down there, and I'm sure defensively he was just fine.
Yep.
But so we'll see. But I mean, like, honestly, us Yankee fans want to see the Yankees make sexier moves, right? We want to see bring back Juan Soto. We want to see them address first base, whether that's a Christian Walker or Pete Alonso if they lose Soto, or Paul Goldschmidt, a stopgap guy, or whether that, over that third base, maybe we could do something over there at third base, because there's really one player in particular that I'm remotely interested in. And I called this last offseason, and I think it could happen if we lose Soto. He's projected, Alex Bregman, and people are going to freak out at me. Alex Bregman is a great postseason player, and he's a decent ball player. He'll probably cost you $20 million per year. Alonso will probably cost you 25. Combine that's $45 million AAV. Juan Soto is going to cost you a 55 mil AAV. So and I'm not saying sign them over Soto. I'm saying if they can't sign Soto, you have to think of alternatives. And I think that would be one hell of an alternative. Imagine Alonso, Jazz, Volpe, Bregman in the infield. Like, if we lose Soto, if we lost Soto, I think that's a pretty damn good infield. So, but if we lose Soto, I want Soto. I want Soto in the worst way possible.
Yeah,
in the worst freaking way possible, I want him.
Me too.
But Jason, I want to ask you this, if you don't mind.
All right, man.
What do you think about his comments that he made at the end of the game? The body wasn't even dead yet, and we're already hearing about Jason Dominguez's impending free agency. What do you think about his comments?
Well, I didn't expect him to show any of his cards. He's a Scott Boras client.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if people noticed, but he was the last guy to leave that dugout. After the New York, after the celebration, he was the only man in that dugout. Everybody else was gone already in the locker. Soto stayed for everything. So, and that to me spoke louder than the comments that he didn't give. I expected him to be non-committal, right? And it just he never says, "Yeah, I'm coming back," or "Yeah, I want to get him." They're going to be at the front of the line. They're never going to say that in a free agent. No. So he's just he has the Brian Cashman gene. They don't show any cards at all. And as much as we'd like for them to show their cards, when you're represented by Scott Boras, you're trained extremely well, to never give any leverage. And this is a generational player, in my opinion. And he is not going to take a hometown discount under any circumstances, nor should he.
Yeah, no, he's one of the best offensive players I've ever seen.
He's the modern day Ted Williams.
He's just it's what he does up there is tremendous. He's one of the best, if not the best player I've ever seen.
There's nobody
in my lifetime.
Skill set. Nobody that has a skill set that the Yankees need like Juan Soto.
Yeah,
he was the most consistent Yankee all year, even with Judge's gaudy stats. He was the most consistent Yankee all year.
From day one to the final day. Yes.
Yep. He homered his first friggin' spring training, and he never stopped.
Yeah.
So, and he did exactly what we needed him to do, and he made Judge a hell of a lot better. And I can't think of anybody who else I want to have protecting Judge.
It's funny. It's funny because really quick, Giancarlo Stanton. I want to say two things. Giancarlo Stanton. He barely struck out this postseason. Why can't he do that in the regular season, Jason? Because he would hit 40 home runs in 80 games. Second, the Yankees have so much money coming off. If you want, so if you include Cole, He don't have to, but if you include him, it's over $100 million. It's like 110 maybe.
Cole and Soto themselves, 67 million just between the two of them.
Well,
36 and 31, $67 million.
36. Yeah. Yep.
Then you
Yep.
had Torres.
And then
You had Torres, 14. You had Verdugo, 10. Now we're at 91.
Verdugo, I think, was a shy under 9.
10. Oh, it was 9. So
Yeah.
that's 90 then. And you had Torres is 14. You have Rizzo 17. We're over 100 now, right? Lou Trevino, they still have to make a decision on his $5 million option.
Clay Holmes.
We're over 100. Holmes. So
Uh-huh.
and the rest of
it's a lot of it's do you think the Yankees should allocate 36 of that to Cole, 50 of that to Soto?
And personally, I would, because I don't see a pitcher making an impact on the Yankees. Cole is
I would too. Without hesitation, I would.
Yeah, and then I expect them to make some trades too. Don't be surprised if Cortez. Don't be surprised if they trade Jose Trevino. That's another $10 million off the books.
Yeah, right? The thing is, though, in the coming years, they actually have a lot of money they're unloading. So
after this year, they have Hicks money coming off. Next year, they've got DJ. The year after that, Stanton.
So, but
money coming off.
But it's not. But yes. So next season, 10.5 of Hicks is gone. That $6 million buyout for Rizzo is gone. So 16.5 right there. And then don't forget Giancarlo's money they'll be paying him like $13 million less.
It goes down by $10 million.
So we're talking like $29 million just naturally, not because we're losing a player, just naturally it's coming off. Almost $30 million. So then that kind of makes up for what you're paying for, for Soto and stuff. And I know it doesn't work that way, and then the following season, you're losing $15 million of DJ and then another $4 million for Stanton.
Yep.
So it's the payroll is working itself out. So it's definitely, I think the Yankees should bring back Cole, do that option, or restructure it. See if you can. Because I saw John Boy say, have them, instead of doing that 5-year option, sign them to a 5-year deal still, but make it $40 million per, but then defer 10 per year. So pay him at the end, like when his contract is done. So then the luxury tax or something.
Like Max Scherzer style. When Max Scherzer signed a 7-year, 210, that came at 30 a year. They stretched it out over 14 years for 15 per. So it would hit the payroll the same way. Which is, I don't know if the Yankees will do deferred money. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, because then people are going to expect them to do that with Soto too. So
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a crazy situation. I mean, they're playing with fire over there with the Dodgers with the Ohtani contract. So, but it is what it is. By the way, smack the likes, everybody. We got 160 people in here already. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Smack the likes down in here with Joey. We're talking baseball, talking Yankees, and somebody just brought this up too, because I when you were talking about first baseman, Munetaka Murakami is also going to be posted this offseason. He's considered the next big slugger in Japan. I don't know if you've seen his stats, but 35, 40, 50 home runs a year. He's got like 270 home runs, only 24 years old.
He's got 241.
He's going to be 25 in February. And he's a lefty. And
this season, though, he hit like 244.
Yeah, he had 36 homers, though.
33, I'm saying.
33.
Yeah.
What did the year before that? 55?
31 and 23. 56 and 22. Jeez.
Yeah, he's a beast. What does he have, 240 home runs?
241, yep.
He's 24 years old.
I know. That's crazy.
And that's more than Soto.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And he's 2 years younger than Soto.
So, at a different level, but yeah, sure.
But the Yankees could probably get him for cheaper than Pete Alonso. So
100, Jason, 100%. Yeah.
And he's a lefty too. So my guess is they want to keep that lefty balance in the lineup. So I wouldn't rule him out for first base. I have a feeling that Ben Bryce is just not going to make the cut. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling with these guys that are available, I mean, I could see like with all the guys you mentioned, I could see Bregman before I could see Alonso.
Yeah.
And if the Yankees were going to go after any of the Mets, the guy would go after be Sean Manaea.
Okay.
None of the other Mets.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
I would add
know.
him to the rotation because he can eat innings, and he's a lefty.
So the thing is with that Yankee rotation, that's a weird one.
It is.
It's weird because if you bring back Cole, which they will, you'll have Cole, Rodon, Schmidt, Heel. You have Stroman to eat innings. You have Cortez as well. Who Cortez was excellent at the end of the season.
He was.
But so it's would I like them to sign somebody? Sure, but they actually do have a lot of depth if they stay healthy. They have to stay healthy too. We have to be fair. Clayton Beater, another one that we're not naming. So we do have a lot of depth. So I'm not sure if they're going to tie up money into the rotation, more money into it. What I think they're going to do is address the bullpen was magnificent. It was magnificent. Tim Hill was a godsend. Weaver, we know Weaver. Clay Holmes, I was so happy for him that he was able to pitch in a role that he could succeed in. That made me so happy. Made me so happy, Jason.
Me too.
And so
they're going to lose relievers. At least 4 are going to be gone.
We need to add. I would love. I don't know if they would pay the money for Tanner Scott, but I would love him. I would love to bring Tim Hill back.
Tim Hill's a free agent.
Make that a priority as well. So then there's 1 or 2 more that you're going to need.
If I were them, I would pursue a trade with the Cardinals, and I would use maybe Jose Trevino and Nestor Cortez as the pieces to go after Ryan Helsley, their closer, and Brendan Donovan. Brendan Donovan is a contact hitter with speed. He can play multiple infield positions, but for third base, it would make it easier to move Jazz to second. And he's defensively good, so defensively skilled. And you'd be adding a bona fide closer to pair up with Luke Weaver in case they don't get scanned. I would love for them to get Helsley and Scott, to be honest with you. I think 2 big arms in the bullpen would be a good idea for the
I mean, that would be dynamite.
We're going to lose Trevino. I don't think they're going to exercise his option. We're going to lose Holmes, Loizaga, Canely. At least 4 of those guys are going to be gone. I think maybe even Meza, 5. Beyond that, we need some guys. Yeah. Beyond that, we need some arms. I know they signed somebody a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I mean, I know he's a flamethrower, great, but Matt Blake does a great job with these discount bin relievers, but we need somebody proven like Tanner Scott to come here.
Yeah, 1,000%. I would like just one dude who's a proven commodity out of the bullpen, and that could be Helsley, that could be Scott, it could be both. But it's wonderful to have that in your back pocket, that you're able to basically resurrect these relievers' careers. That is just an amazing quality to have in your organization, but it shouldn't be the thing that you rely on all the time.
No, exactly.
So just go out and get 1 or 2 guys who are close to sure things, because we know relievers are anything but that. But just as close as possible, as close as we could get to sure things, go get them. And then we'll feel a lot better. And then you could say, hey, let's try to resurrect this dude's career. And most likely you will, because that's what Matt Blake does. Yeah. Honestly, Jason, I was on the phone with my cousin, and we talk about some crazy stuff. And we were saying that if the Yankees were to ever move on from Aaron Boone, why not promote Matt Blake to manager? I think that's a very interesting name. Now, can he handle that duty? I don't know, but I do know he can handle a pitching staff, and he's really great at it. So I feel like that's a name you could see a little later, but then it also takes away from his duties as the pitching coach too, and that's a big deal. So
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder who they would bring in as pitching coach.
Yeah, it ain't gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. I'm just talking out of my ass.
I mean, like right now, I think I have a lot of ideas that are going through our heads, right? Like trying to figure out what the hell it's like autopsy in the World Series, and that fifth inning exposed a lot of the holes in the Yankees. In
Mm.
one inning, right? I mean, they led baseball in home runs and walks, so it's a testament to their power and their plate discipline. Where did their plate discipline just disappear the first 3 games? Just
I
completely
mean,
disappeared.
yeah. So the whole home run thing. I mean, half of them, or more than half, was to Soto and Judge.
Yep.
It was mostly with them to
Yep.
them.
Yep.
40 something to Soto, 58 to Judgy. Like that's insane.
Mhm.
Over 100 home runs between the two of them. Like you don't see that. That's wild. But it's I don't know. I don't know. It's the one thing that they had this season. A lot of guys were playing out of position. If they bring back Juan Soto, you can't have Aaron Judge in center field. He can't be your center fielder. He can't.
Mhm.
Part of me, this is going to sound really sick, and I'm going to probably make a lot of your viewers just throw up at the sight of what I'm about to say. Part of me is thinking, hey, maybe if Juan Soto leaves, it won't be as bad as we're making it out to be. If he were, I love Juan Soto. I'm going to get a Juan Soto jersey if the Yankees sign him to a long-term deal.
Oh my.
But if Juan Soto were to say, hey, I'm going to go sign with the New York Mets because they're offering me more money. And Hal says, all right, Juan, shoot, brother. I can't match that. So if that happens, the Yankees are not in a bad spot. You go and you get a stopgap outfielder, but then there's a guy named Spencer Jones. So now you have an outfield of Judge, Jones, Dominguez. And Jones is an exceptional outfielder. He plays every day down there in center field.
You can move Jones
He's
to
an
right, move Judge to
he's
right.
an on the 2080 scale. He's an 80 athlete. Like the guy's a freak.
Ellie De La Cruz. He's vanilla Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
I don't know. If even if they bring Soto back, I still think Judge has to go
You
to
make an important point. The Juan Soto thing, I think it's about timing.
yeah,
How long are the Yankees going to wait? Right? Because
yeah,
the longer you wait, you have to factor in whether the other guys that you would replace him with are still on the board or they're not on the board. Right?
yeah.
So, are you going to let this run out until February? Because all these guys are not going to be there by then.
I
So,
know.
and that's the risk you're going to take. And like there's no single guy or two guys that have the impact on the Yankees that Juan Soto would. It
I
does.
know.
But and like, yeah, I mean, theoretically, you'd have to replace him with like 4 guys. But what four? What four if 3 of them are already off the board?
Yeah,
That's the problem, right?
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
problem. People got
it's like
bored too.
it's like a Moneyball thing, right? Hatterberg, Justice, and I forgot who else
Yeah,
to replace freaking Jason Giambi in
Carlos
Moneyball.
Pena. Carlos
No,
Pena.
it was I think Jeremy Giambi. It
Giambi.
was Jeremy. Yeah, it was him, Justice,
That's
and
right.
Hatterberg
Matt
to
Hatterberg.
replace his on base percentage.
Yeah.
So funny.
How like at what point? I mean, I always say this every year. Like the Yankees would be wise because the holes are going to be the holes whether Soto leaves or stays. So
Yeah.
don't wait to address the other holes, please. Address the other holes the way you want to address them. You've either you know ahead of time whether you've allocated a certain amount of money for Juan Soto, right? So whatever you do, please replace Clay Holmes. Whatever you do, please replace Gleyber Torres' offense, right? Figure that out.
Yeah.
Please don't wait until Juan Soto makes his decision to do that, because then you would be dumpster diving. You would be you'd be feeding from the leftover bin.
Sure.
And that's a problem. This is the Yankees have
1,000%.
done this way too often. Waited for the main guy, and then when the main guy says no or signs elsewhere, the plan B, plan C, plan D, they're already gone.
Yeah, I mean, when it came to last season though, with Yamamoto, right?
Yeah,
It's
we have
it's
to wait for him to be posted. So, and then you have
yeah,
to
so like
45 days.
And the offseason was like frozen for a bit too because of that.
Yeah.
The pitchers were anyway, but there were still guys on the board, and the Yankees got Stroman and nothing else. So they didn't even allocate the money that they were going to spend for Yamamoto on other pitching. They allocated maybe half of it to Stroman. But
I think they're going to try to trade Stroman this offseason.
Dude, I don't know who's going to take him. Who's going to want him?
I don't know. I mean, somebody might. The Yankees have
and then you're going to eat that money. Like, that's just, I don't know. Like, I would just rather have him eat innings for you during the course of the season than.
Yeah. I mean, unless you could attach a good prospect.
Shit, who?
Easier for a team. I don't know, but I have a feeling they're going to investigate it.
Yeah, but who would you attach to Stroman? I don't want to attach anybody to Stroman. Imagine someone's like, "Hey, I'll take Stroman if you attach Spencer Jones." No, what are you on? What are you on? Crack cocaine? What are you doing?
You can have Everson Pereira. You can
maybe Everson. Oh, we'll attach. No, we want Spencer Jones. What are you talking about?
Man, I'm keeping Stroman if you're insisting on Spencer Jones. Sorry, man. Like, but again, this is what Cashman does.
Yeah.
And if he takes it, like he'll find somebody to do a deal with. And I'm sure they're going to make a trade for somebody we're not even thinking about, right? Which he does every year. But that said, like, if you were to plot out this offseason for the Yankees, what would be your basically, your legs of the spider? I mean, Juan Soto is the most obvious, right?
Yeah.
Beyond that,
go grab you hate beating a dead horse, but go out and get Christian Walker.
Yeah, I mean,
go out and grab him. What he had 24 home runs. I know he's a right-handed bat. 24 home runs, Gold Glove defense. Go out and grab him.
Yep.
Go out and sign him but it depends. His market value apparently is 10 million, which I think is incredibly low. I feel like he's going to get a little more than 10 million. He has power and he's a great defender. So maybe he'll get 15, 20 million, but for how many years? 3? Probably. I don't know if you would sign. I mean, he's going to be 34 next season.
Yeah.
So I don't, but he does fit because he's such a good defender too. We haven't had that in a really long time.
Yeah, and like at what point? I mean, what's the cutoff point? Because at that point the Diamondbacks are probably going to match that.
Yeah, I don't know if the Diamondbacks. I see Ken over there saying qualifying offer attached. The qualifying offer is almost like $22 million.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Walker's going to have it.
I don't think Walker's going to have it. I think Glaber's going to have it.
I think Glaber's going to have it too.
Yeah, I think Glaber. I don't think Walker, because I think Walker might take it in Arizona. Like, that's like they're not gonna offer him the qualifying offer and then have him take it. It's like, no. So
yeah,
I don't think he'll get a qualifying offer.
This sounds about right. This sounds about right here. So come on, why is this not coming up here? 45 for 3 years. That sounds about right to me for Christian Walker.
Yeah, it does. It reminds me of the Carlos Beltran deal back in the day.
345, right? Wasn't that what it was?
45 for 3. Yep.
Yeah. So, what do I think about the articles about the New York game? Well, if you're talking about the talent over fundamentals, we were talking about that. That's what we opened it up with, Davey. That the Yankees were kind of exposed by the Dodgers. And the Dodgers reminded me of the 98, 99 Yankees. They were ready for anything and everything. They exposed every opportunity they got, right? And that's exactly what the Dodgers did to us. How did the Yankees rebound from this? They have to figure out how to improve around these margins, because the fact of the matter is, like, what was the biggest complaint last year? We haven't been to a World Series, and we're there now. What's the next step? We have to win it. So what do we need to do to take that next step? And this is the type of stuff that we very likely need to work on. We need to get competent defenders, patient hitters, speed, right? And, we need to have – Dodgers have better depth than the Yankees had. A lot better depth. So, everybody – you didn't get a second to breathe in that bullpen. Like, from Trina to freaking Kopech to the band, like, well, you never a second to breathe.
I mean, in all fairness, too, though, I feel like in in Game 5, the Yankees did do a decent job at working them.
Yes, they did.
Kopech, Banda, like they
the
did a good job.
Yeah, the Dodgers did one thing the Yankees did not, with the exception of Cole. Dodgers gave length every game, which made it easier for
Yeah.
them to deploy their bullpen at full strength.
Yeah.
Whereas we had to use the bullpen a hell of a lot earlier. And our bullpen started to get gassed. You could see Luke Weaver getting tired. You can see some of these guys getting tired. So that's why we need to use. I think we need to get somebody a la like a Mark, a Shawman or somebody like that who can give us innings to make it easier to deploy these bullpen.
Hmm.
That's my take. I mean, do you have a similar take? By the way, Tyler Talbot, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Resign Soto, sign Bregman. Joey was saying Bregman too. And then the fact that the matter, like Bregman's a clutch hitter in the postseason. He's a good hitter. Okay. I don't know if he'd be welcomed here with open arms. The Yankees would have to communicate that, right? So that's something they'd have to do. But the fact of the matter is that they want a player with ice in his veins. Bregman represents that, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Championship pedigree, but with the Astros. So
The thing is, I don't know how much money beyond 300 million Hal's going to be willing to go.
exactly.
So when you're signing Juan Soto and when you bring in a guy like Bregman who might command 20 million per year, then you have no more money for anything else.
This is why I proposed trading for somebody like Brendan Donovan, who's under control, right? He's younger and he's got under control through arbitration still, to a more affordable, avenue than Bregman is. So, like you're saying, trade for Josh Naylor's got one more year left on his deal. As much as I like him, I don't know if the Guardians are going to trade Josh Naylor. It's going to cost a heck of a lot more than Cortez to get Josh Naylor. With the way he performed this year, for first base. But you see some other folks saying Ryan. Yeah, I talked about Ryan McMahon. I mean, well, you don't get Ryan McMahon and sign Bregman. They play the same position.
Honestly, Jason.
Yeah, brother.
I kind of like Cortez for Naylor.
If you can do it, you do
because the reason why it's what so
they need pitching. I mean, we don't know what Shane Bieber is. Shane Bieber's
so Josh Naylor, I mean, outs above average 0, so he didn't like kill you over there. He didn't really help you too much either. But last season, 243 average, 31 home runs, 108 RBI, under an 800 OPS, a left-handed bat.
It's lefty too, yeah.
Yeah, and Cortez will be a free agent as well. So after next season, so it's you're trading a free agent for a future free agent for a future free agent for the following year. So I don't know if I honestly I don't think I hate that swap. I really don't. It's just to be honest though, if I'm the Yankees, I'm like, hey, Cortez looked like one of our best pitchers at the end. I'm gonna need like a prospect, not a top one, but somebody else. If I were to trade you Cortez for Josh Naylor, who defensively, but he does have pop and he's a left-handed bat.
Do you think the Guardians would have to add to Naylor, or the Yankees would have to add to Cortez?
Guardians add to Naylor. Because also too, starting pitching is so damn valuable in this day and age too. It's so valuable and it's so important. So I feel like the Guardians potentially would have to add to Naylor, not much, but just add something else to sweeten it for the Yankees to move on from an arm who had a great end to his season besides the injury. But also too, it's with Naylor. 243, 31 home runs. I mean, he's good, but he's not like superstar.
No, and I mean, he looks like Steve Balboni. He's a big dude, but like he's good. He can play.
Yeah, he's a solid ball player, and honestly, he gained my respect with how mature he acted during the CS.
Yeah, he grew up this year.
Yeah, I really liked him a lot. So
yeah. Now we got here somebody saying Yankees need to be aggressive and get the pieces. Adding Cole, re-signing Soto, getting Snell and Kikuchi. Trade to give Vlad Jr. Oh my Jesus.
Oh, Angel, what's going on, brother?
That's a whole overhaul. Trade to get Vlad Jr. Toronto's asking for Spencer Jones, Clayton Beater, and Rock. Who's Rocco? I don't know who that last one is.
Rock, isn't he an infielder?
Oh, Roderick Arias?
No. I would say suck a fat one. That like Jason, I don't know if you know this. I'm a gigantic Roderick Arias fan.
Yeah.
Almost to a fault. I'm a gigantic Arias fan. I love him and I love Lombard. Like I love both of those guys.
I like Lombard.
So I'm a huge fan of both of those kids.
I do think unfortunately one of them is going to get moved because they play the same position. So
I don't know. I don't know because by the time they're both ready, right? You'll have Volpe at short. Second and third might be clear because Jazz only has 2 more years.
Yeah, it's true.
So by the time Arias is ready, maybe Jazz is gone, and then Arias, or vice versa with Lombard, like maybe. So I have fantasized about a future with Lombard, Arias, and Volpe all in the same infield. I
can see that too. I can see that. That's second, third, and short right there.
yeah. It really doesn't work out that way ever. But hey, I would like it to.
Would you give Snell 3 years?
Yes.
Would you give him any more than 3 years?
I would give. It has to be reasonable with him because he doesn't throw a lot of innings. But I think Snell is an exceptional talent. I love his attitude. I think he's a really good person. I think him and Judge being buddies, that does help in bringing him here, not for a discount, but for, maybe he would take less years. Maybe, I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, but I do like Snell. I would bring him here for more than 3 years. Sure. I'd bring him. I'd bring him here for 4. I would do 4. I would do 5. How old is Snell? He's 31.
Let me look here. I want to make sure I get this right. Blake Snell is 31. December 4th. He's going to be 32 in December.
Yeah, he's a young kid. Like he's, So you have Cole for 5 years, for Rodon for the next 4 years. Can't believe 2 years has come and gone in his contract already. Jeez.
Yeah. You got Schmidt for 4 more years.
Is it 4 or 3?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's something like that. Something like
that.
Yeah.
You got Hill for 5, right? Or 4.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you got those young dudes. Beyond that, it's wide open. So like, you get a guy like Snell, it makes it easier to trade a guy like Cortez.
Jason, 1,000%. Yeah. Like,
but you got to do it first.
Yeah.
And then you can, you can't be like, let's trade Cortez and then we'll try to get Snell. You got to get Snell first. You got to get that in the book. Like, don't screw yourself in the butt.
Yeah, don't count your chickens before they hatch, right?
Yeah, I mean that's that. Don't do it, please. So, I don't know what direction the Yankees are going to take. Like, how are they going to autopsy? Like the GM meetings are this week.
Yeah,
I think they start Monday when the free agency starts. So, and the Yankees have to have a decision on Cole by 5 o'clock on Monday. So they have to decide whether they're going to. Avoid the opt-out by giving them. I think they will. I think they should, but that's got to be official then. But beyond that, how are they going to dissect this offseason? I think it's going to be their plan beyond Soto.
That's what makes me nervous, bro. It makes me so nervous on how they're going to handle this.
Yeah,
I'm at like a loss. Like I'm not. I don't even know. Like I don't even know. Like, it's like Christian Walker makes a lot of sense. But Juan Soto is such a wild card in all of this and what we do. And it's like, I hope he gets off the board as soon as possible so we know how to address the rest of the offseason, because you've been saying the Yankees have an awful quality of waiting on one person and then everybody else falls off the freaking board. It's frustrating.
It's infuriating.
Yeah, it's infuriating. Yeah.
So a lot of holes they need to fill.
I know, and especially with how many guys are gone. you basically have what? You have at least 2 holes in the infield. You have, I guess, 1 hole in the outfield because of the Martians guaranteed a spot out there. So that's 3 of your hitters in your lineup that you need that are holes, just gaping holes in your lineup.
Yeah. You got to replace Torres' offense.
Yeah.
It's like right off the bat, like so. But after that, it's just. And then how do you construct the rest of the team? Who's going to be on your bench? Who's going to be, and then we have to reconstruct the bullpen now. And we got to decide on maybe 1 or 2 guys in the rotation. So, and there's only a finite amount of resources. And keep in mind too, like guys, the Yankees are repeat offenders over these thresholds. So at some point they're going to have to forfeit international money or draft picks because of it. It's the equivalent of signing somebody attached to a QO, being a repeat offender on it. So they're going to have to give stuff up. Thankfully, they made some trades and got international money back, so they're a little bit over $1 million over where they're normally at. So they have some padding there, some cushion. And if Gleyber Torres rejects a QO to get a little bit more padding, because they aren't going to have to give some of that back up after being over the threshold, and they're over the highest threshold, the Cohen threshold. So that is a thing.
So great. Jason, what do you think their payroll is going to be at?
Well, thinking about this, like, let's just say we got 110 million off the books. So what does that put him down to? 200.
Okay.
50 for Soto, 250. 36 for Cole, 288. Beyond that, Tanner Scott, let's just say 20. You're back at 308 with those 3 guys. And you haven't addressed second base yet or third base.
So that's the thing. Hal Steinbrenner, Hal consistently says, I don't think you need a $300 million payroll to win a World Series.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know if Hal is going to exceed what the Yankees were at this year.
I don't know.
So that's what makes it so nerve-wracking.
Which is why I feel like they're going to try to train. They're going to try to trade Cortez. They're going to let Trevino walk, maybe trade Trevino and clear up another 10, 15 million or something like that to give them a little bit of wiggle room. I have a feeling those are going to be options that they're going to consider. Not popular options for most of us, but options they're going to consider. Especially if you want, because I haven't even mentioned Blake Snell. Right? We haven't mentioned any of these guys yet.
I know, my gosh. I know.
It's gonna put him at 350.
And that's the thing. I don't think they go that high.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my question to you. The question to everyone in the chat too. Does Stanton's postseason heroics make him tradable now?
No. If I'm the Yankees, I'm not. I don't move him.
It's hard.
The reason why is just because his money goes down after this season,
and you'd be getting that production at a discount.
Yeah, pretty much for 2 years.
But what if somebody is willing to pay and eat all that money and say, "I'll take him off your"?
What am I get? I guess you're not getting much.
I probably not, but they'll clear up $25-30 million a year for you.
For this year.
For this year, and then 15 or whatever the next couple of years.
It's 19 next season, and then 15 the final.
15, okay. So
I would
see. Yeah, they own like what is it, 63 million or something like that, 68 million,
something like that.
So
that's tough for me, Jason. I don't know.
Right? These are the other scenarios that have kind of been planted in my head.
Because then what if you see? Let's just say I'm just saying for sake of conversation. You go back to the World Series, and you see Giancarlo Stanton there, and he absolutely annihilates you.
Yeah,
that's what he did this season. So, on the off chance that Giancarlo Stanton steps into this season and is as locked in as he was in the postseason, I would rather hold on to it, and I would just rather hold on to that 32. I've thought about this too, but I just feel like it's really hard to do because he is. I want him to personally, I want him to get a ring as a member of the New York Yankees.
So do I.
I want him to finish his career as a member of the New York Yankees. I want him in Monument Park.
I want him.
That's
I want him to get his 500th home run here too.
That's my dream for him. And that's a little sad that I'm dreaming for somebody else, but that's my dream for him. Damn it.
And honestly, the chances of us trading him to the Pirates or the White Sox is none.
Yeah.
We're not going to trade him to a dog shit team that is willing to pay. Like, those teams are not going to pay him. They won't even pay their own players.
Yeah.
So the chances of us trading him to a non-contender are slim to none.
Yeah.
Right? And
Jason,
yo,
really quick, I just want to say this. We have 254 people in here, bro.
254 people, gang. Thank you, everybody. Keep bringing the comments, and everybody hit the like button. And if anybody is not subscribed to the shift, please do that. Please subscribe to the shift and support Joey. Okay?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We really appreciate it. But smack the like button so that you just to show us you're having a good time. You're enjoying this conversation. This is an important conversation for us, and it's important to us to have this conversation with all of you. And I'm looking at the comments. Sometimes this comment scroll. We have 94 likes, so we're about 150 short. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, gang. Jonathan's my PMVI, which is the Prime Minister of Valuable Intel. So Jonathan gets me the information that I need. So,
that's funny.
And he tells us how many likes, because on StreamYard I can't see it anywhere. It's not available to me to see, so I never know how many likes we get. Never.
Interesting. Okay.
I rely on Jonathan for the intel. He's my one of my inside men. So I appreciate that.
Whenever I'm live streaming, I usually have like YouTube open, so I'm seeing everything in real time, all the crap.
Everything I see real time except for the amount of likes we get. I don't know why the hell StreamYard doesn't offer that feature. I don't know. It drives me nuts.
It went up in price too, right?
It did.
That sucks.
Yes, it did. But Trey Stanton in Baltimore for half the team. Yeah. Well, sign me up for that. We get
Gunnar Henderson.
Give me Adley and Gunnar. I'll move Stanton for that, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. My God. Yeah. You know what? Like, Brian Reynolds was a guy that I wanted here for the Yankees a couple years ago. I still think he would have been solid here. And I was willing to give up Dominguez for him like 2-3 years ago. But
yeah.
He for like 8 years.
Even at that point, I was gung ho on keeping Dominguez here.
Yeah, and they've kept him. So I mean, this is his opportunity now. Demon D, what's up, man? This is the opportunity for him to solidify left field for 2025. This is his shot, right? Yeah. So I don't know.
It's his shot. It's his shot. It's Volpe's shot. Volpe had a pretty solid postseason. I'm so damn happy that he had a really, a solid postseason.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, during his regular season, drove me up the wall.
Yeah.
It drove me. He played a good shortstop. Offensively, though, besides his batting average, less extra base hits, less home runs, less walks. OPS was down. It's like, Anthony, you're supposed to move the other way. So I'm praying to God that next season Anthony Volpe is going to take his success in the postseason and it'll just carry over.
He's got to take the next step up, like kind of Bobby Witt did. Bobby Witt Jr. did.
Even Jason, imagine Anthony Volpe having an 800 OPS.
Oh, baby, give it to me.
Holy crap, brother.
Yeah, give it to me.
Like that he would be up. He would have a couple MVP votes.
Yeah,
because he's so good defensively.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna see if I can have. I'm gonna invite Anthony Volpe and Austin Wells on here to have chicken parm with you and me. We'll have it. We'll eat it together on the screen. Maybe we'll have a little discussion with him.
Yeah.
Why not? But
Yeah.
Jaden's saying, Vladdy, Santander, and Judge would be a crazy trio. Realistic to the. It all revolves around Soto,
Yeah.
and I would Toronto trade Vladdy to the Yankees? I don't know.
I just want people. I hate saying this. I just want people to stop asking about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's possible. I don't even think it's within the division. You would probably have to unload Jones. I don't even think it's remotely possible.
yeah.
But Max Coverage TV is in here, Jason.
Where is he?
He's over there in the chat. He's a great dude.
There he is, Max Coverage. What's happening, man?
He's a great dude.
I hope so, man. I really hope so. I hope so. I mean, I hope Dominguez gets every opportunity next year, and I hope he shines.
Yeah, Max, I'm on that shit, baby. I'm on that same shit, brother. I'll take it all the way with you, pal. I agree 1,000%. I'm gonna do you one better, brother. I mean, you said he's gonna have whatever, but I'm thinking Dominguez is gonna absolutely bust out and have like an 850 OPS.
Oh man.
I think he's going to bust out, win you Rookie of the Year, not get you a pick, but win you Rookie of the Year.
Oh, baby, sign me up for that.
You know, maybe I'm smoking something different today, but you know what? I'm a gigantic Dominguez fan too, and I'm steering into the skid, baby. Let's go.
Toronto's still waiting for Ohtani's plane. Yeah, they are. I remember that last year. They were like tracking the Ohtani plane to Toronto, and it was the guy from Shark Tank, wasn't it? Something like that.
I don't know. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it was like a 5-hour stream. I remember that. I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" Oh, it's great, man. Somebody loves when you break out your inner Hulk Hogan. But this is what you got to do, man. This is what you got to do. You got to let out the beast. You got to let out the beast. I'm telling you. Oh man. So like, if you had 4 moves that you could make this offseason, and Soto was one of them. And if you had 4 moves and Soto was not one of them, what would they be?
All right. So if I had 4 moves and Soto, and I can't pick Soto.
So I'm going to give 2 scenarios: 4 moves with Soto in there, or 4 moves without Soto.
So I'm going to do the with Christian Walker. I think you could get him on an affordable deal. It's crazy because you're kind of strapped with the payroll, you know? So I don't even know where else they could go. I don't even know if they have 2 other like costly moves in their arsenal. You would have to do a trade. So I would think you would move a starting pitcher. Could be a Nestor Cortez.
I mean, if the strike zone's in the house, there he is.
NFA. You know, move Cortez maybe for a position player, for a third baseman if you need one. You know, it's tough, but I guess it could get a little easier without Soto. The 4 moves I would make, I'm going to sound psychotic, okay? So let's get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go out, sign Blake Snell. We're going to go out, sign Bregman. We're going to go out, sign Pete Alonso. We're going to go and grab a stopgap outfielder. So you could bring back Verdugo. You could bring in Harrison Bader, whoever you want, a stopgap outfielder to warm up the position for the following year for Spencer Jones. And that's what I would do. You're really not addressing the bullpen much at all, which you really should. And according to a report, that was a thing that that the Yankees are looking to do. So
Bigfoot's asking, would we yeah, we talked about moving.
Yeah, 1,000%.
It's the more ideal situation to move. And thank you for the super chat, by the way. Chisholm is second. He's a plus defender at second. I give him a lot of credit for openly adopting third base best he could in a short period of time. So he played a stellar job. there. I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
He did his friggin' best, man. He did his best.
And he made some great plays there.
Yeah.
So I didn't really notice that. I didn't really agree with that part of the scouting thing where they caught him out there with just not paying. I didn't see those parts. I saw him making good plays.
I know with him, he was a little, sometimes it's just, he would make a routine play look not so routine.
Yeah.
But then his arm just made up for it all. He's got a cannon, Chisholm.
Yes, he does.
And then, his athleticism too would play a part. It's like all of a sudden he would make this Gold Glove play over there. It's like, what the frig is that? Who's that?
Yep.
It was also, I'm a big Jazz guy. I like Jazz a lot.
Me too. All right, my 4 moves here moves with Juan Soto. I'm going to try to trade for either Ryan McMahon or Max Muncy for third base. Okay. Controllable years, controllable contract. I'm factoring this Soto contract in here, the $50 million. I'm going to try to make it palatable. Then I'm going to go to the A's. I'm going to try to trade for Mason Miller.
Holy shit.
Okay, all trades.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to sign somebody like Teoscar Hernandez for the outfield.
Do the Yankees have enough ammunition to go and do that?
They do, but they have to have the willingness to give it up.
Because Spencer Jones is gone then. He's gone.
Him or Dominguez is going to be gone. Yep.
It probably be him.
So you have to decide. So, but that would, to me, would be a more as much as I would love to bring in Tanner Scott, if we can't because of the payroll, I'm going right after Mason Miller.
I think I mentioned Miller once before, to be honest with you. And
he's got 4 years left.
It was recent, yeah.
On the cheap. And he is a flamethrower. So, there's, to me, I would be pursuing the trade route as often as I could. I'm a free agent, picking up the farm, to hell with the next season. You can do that too, Ken. I understand building a base from within. I get that.
Hold on. Wait.
We can't punt as much as you think in the Yankees.
Yeah, Jason, if you're gonna do that, sit down, Aaron Judge. Say, hey, brother, we're going completely farm next season.
Mm-hmm.
We're not signing a soul.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to maximize. If you want to maximize your time here in the major leagues, we're gonna have to trade you.
Yeah.
So where do you want to go, bro? If he says ship me home, I want to go to San Francisco, then you move him. Because if we're gonna go down that road, because then okay, who's the first baseman? Who are we calling up? Spencer Jones never played a damn game down there at first base, and everybody wants him over there at first base. This season he didn't play a game over there at first base. So who we putting at first? Right, Rumfield, I guess.
Rumfield,
it's.
Yep.
I don't know.
Or you got to go get Christian Murakami, a young building block. He's
you're building from within though.
Yeah.
So it's you kind of can't go and go and all of a sudden start buying free agents because you're going from within the organization.
Yeah, and I can't personally see them only.
I don't see them doing that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the worst idea, but it depends how the hell do you approach that?
Yeah.
Look in 96 when Dom Mattingly left. They did a trade with the Seattle Mariners. They got Jeff Nelson back and Tino freaking Martinez. Yep. Now, is there a kind of deal where they could maybe do that? Potentially. I would love to see it somewhere, but we traded away a top prospect in Hitchcock at the time, and I forget. I was 4 years old or 3 years old, so I don't remember.
I can't see us trading for Pasquantino from the Kansas City Royals. Why would the Royals give him up?
Yeah, no. And then Max is asking, would you guys add that year on for Cole or let him walk?
I would.
You would add it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would add it, or you would just say, hey, can we restructure? You'll still get your 5 years. I really like that John Boy idea. It's just a matter of, hey, will the Yankees want to defer any money?
And that's the truth, right? I'm not sure. they're going to go down that road.
Yeah.
That's going to, I mean, like, the Dodgers are going to be paying Ohtani $68 million a year to not play with him.
That's
For
so
10
crazy.
years. For 10 goddamn years.
And then that counts against their payroll, right?
Yes, it does. Every dime of it. It doesn't count against their payroll now for the next 10 years. Only 2
I
million
know.
does. 68 does in the next decade. And he's not
I
even
know.
going to be here. And it's brilliant on their part because he'll probably be living back in Japan. He'll be retired. He won't be subject to California state taxes. So he won't be paying that because he won't be employed in the state of California. He won't be in America, so he won't be subject to federal taxes. So it's a genius contract for Ohtani. It's going to save him probably $50 million in taxes. But that ain't going to help the Dodgers any. You know, they're not going to make the same amount of money in the next decade that they made this decade with Ohtani because he won't be here. So I understand the willingness to go for after this decade, but next decade it's gonna hurt for them a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's insane. I agree with Cabrera too, by the way. I think, he earned an opportunity to fight for either first base or third base.
Yeah. I agree.
I think so.
I agree.
But, I don't think, in my heart, I think Soto stays. In my heart, I think Soto stays.
I do too. Yeah, Tomoyuki Sagano is a Japanese pitcher. Yeah, I mean he's not at the level of Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki's not going to be posted. So for those that know, his team can only get, if they posted him this year, they can only make about $2 million. If
why on earth do they do that?
25, they can make 50. They can make 25 times the amount. Why in the world would they forfeit all that money?
Yeah,
they're not posting the 23 Roki. So we could drop we gotta drop the Roki Sasaki pipe dream here right now.
I don't. Why is that even being talked about right now?
Because it's been like he's been hyped as the next
I know,
best thing above Yamamoto because he throws super hard.
No, I know. Why do people think that his team will just let him go for basically nothing?
This is the bubble that we deal in sometimes. Right? I can't explain it. I don't live in it. I can't explain it. So
yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, this is I mean, like to me, Sagano like a backup rotation guy, just like Sean Manayo could probably be a number 3, number 4, whatever. Guys like that. There's a lot of those guys that are probably going to be 3 or 4s. Are probably going to get 2 or 3 year deals. A lot of them in this free agent market. So, even Jack Flaherty, I'm not sure he's going to get more than 3 years because of his health history. Right?
I think he goes back to LA.
I can see him go back to LA. I could see him go back to Detroit too.
Yeah, yeah, dude, imagine that.
I could see Bregman going back to Detroit to reunite with AJ Hinch.
Jason, wow, that's a good one.
Right? They got him. He's over there now, and Bregman's a free agent. That was one of his guys.
Who's their third baseman?
I don't even know. But he's not better. He's not better than Bregman.
Yeah.
So and Detroit's now a contender. They're like a few pieces away. Could you imagine if Detroit brings back Flaherty and adds Bregman? They're a different team next year.
They're gonna win the Central,
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and the Royals would have to add. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Detroit has it because with Detroit too, they're also willing to spend some money. They've proven that over the course of the last X amount of years. So
let me give you my 4 without Soto.
Yeah,
since I give my 4 with. I would do the same. Christian Walker. I would try to get like a Teoscar or somebody like that for the outfield because guy's a gamer. He's a gamer. So we need gamers here, right? And then I would try to make it like a multiplayer trade with the Rockies or the Cardinals. I would go after Helsley and Brendan Donovan because they fill 2 holes that the Yankees have. So, and I think not every move would have to be in free agency. And
Yeah.
obviously, this would be better for their payroll moving forward too, which
Yeah.
would give
Yeah.
them the ability to attack the trade deadline if they need to do that too. Right? They need a big arm then. Well, now we have all this money left, and we're under all these thresholds, and so it gets reset for them. But I don't even think they're going to get to that point now because you bring back Juan Soto, the reset's gone.
Yeah.
Right? So like,
Yeah, it's out the window.
yeah.
Jason, how much longer are we going? Out of curiosity.
I'm just wrapping up. We can wrap up in a few minutes.
Okay, all right, cool. No, I don't care. I was just because my freaking mouth is dry as heck. I just need a drink. So
I hear you.
I could wait though. I could wait.
I'll roll another 5 minutes or so like that, and I'll wrap it off. And
Okay, cool.
An hour, and my wife wants to watch one of these Murders in the Building
Holy crap.
with Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Okay.
That show with Selena Gomez.
Oh, okay.
Watching a lot of these episodes, so she's kind of brought me into it. So I got to watch it.
Nice. Well, that's fun.
It's actually not bad. It's not bad show.
Yeah. No. I got my wife has me watching reality TV. Because we have the baby, and she has to do her motherly duties.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, we got to just sit there and watch TV a lot of the time. So it's the Yankees are done.
Yeah.
So we could watch the Knicks, of course, but we're watching reality TV. Love is Blind. That's what we're watching, Jason. That's what I got freaking watch, Jason.
Oh boy. Well, I'm either watching Despicable Me 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, or Bluey. I don't know what the hell Bluey is, but my middle child wants me to watch Bluey all the time. It's like these little doodle animals or something, and Despicable Me is kind of that one's kind of cool, but
yeah.
Yo, not like it.
Max coverage.
Yeah, your girl makes you watch. She makes you watch.
Me too, Max. Me too, Max. Me too.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that guy Leo, bro? He's a freaking nut job. Yeah, I watch it too, Max. I watch it too. Damn it. That guy Leo's freaking weird. Listen. He hasn't proposed yet. So I don't know. I don't know what happens after. I'm in too deep, Jason. I'm in too deep.
You're in trouble now, brother. You're in trouble. This is what happens when the baseball season gets over. We get dragged into these other holes. It's like, God.
Sometimes it's fun though.
Sometimes it's fun, but like sometimes it's like, oh my God, I gotta get out of this. I need something to watch. Like, I mean, Fear Fest is over now. October's gone. All the horror movies are over.
Geez, October came and went, huh?
Yeah, now we've pivoted to Hallmark, Christmas movies. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's the other thing my wife likes to watch. Christmas Under the Stars, Christmas Next Door. All these. It's Christmas movie after Christmas movie after Christmas movie.
I'm a Christmas movie nut.
I like Christmas movies, but like I can't. Hallmark is like it's brutal in some of these movies. Like some of them are okay, but like Love, Romance, and Chocolate, like Lacey Chabert is one of these actresses on Hallmark. Like there's only so much I could take.
Yeah.
Winnie Cooper from Wonder Years. There's only so much I could take. It's like, my God, yeah, like see Buckeye. I mean, and see, like today was a good. Penn State played Ohio State. Go Buckeyes there. Yeah. College football's on fire right now. On fire.
Yeah.
Well, I love watching college football. Die Hard, another good. I mean, Die Hard's a good Christmas movie. Lethal Weapon to me, the first one, Christmas movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. It's I'm also a gamer too, so I'm able to veg out in that too.
Terrifier 3. It is a Christmas thing. This is the Terrifier movies are the most gory movies ever. I don't know if you've seen these. Oh my God, with Art
Dude, never.
Oh my God, it's so gory. These kills, it's crazy.
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, you gotta be ready for it. Don't eat beforehand.
Yeah, bro. I can't watch scary movies, bro. I get too nervous. I get too stressed. I get too stressed, bro.
Bad Santa. You know what? That's a good one too.
Yeah,
I like Billy Bob Thornton. I loved him in that, and I loved him in the Bad News Bears, the drunk Morris Buttermaker baseball coach. Home Alone.
Yeah.
Home Alone's a good one. I mean, Christmas Under the Cranks, Christmas Vacation. Christmas Story is my favorite. So my wife does not like Christmas Story. That's my favorite.
Oh no.
I don't know. What are the Christmas movies? What's your favorite Christmas movie, bro?
I love Elf. I love the
Elf
Santa
is a good
Claus.
one. Yeah, Elf is a great movie.
I love like the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yep.
I love those movies. Probably those, honestly. I love Elf. I know that that's like a newer one. I mean, it's 20-something years old, but
It's a great movie, Elf.
yeah, I really enjoy that movie.
Oh my god,
I love it a lot.
no, we watch. My daughters like that too, so they like the burping scene. You hear that?
Oh man, I can't wait to watch Elf. Oh man, I hope I can watch Elf this year. And Juan Soto's a freaking New York Yankee.
Oh.
I need that so damn much. I need it in my. I need to inject myself with the Juan Soto serum, baby. That's what I need, Jason.
The second he signs, especially if it's with the Yankees, I'm going live. Like, I don't care if it's what time it is during the day. I gotta go live. That's gotta be the big breaking news for the Yankees.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna post a video. Then I'm gonna go live. Then I'm gonna friggin' smack my butt and scream Charles. You know, I'm just gonna go nuts.
I'm gonna have to have a Santa hat on. Like, that's just a big Santa. I mean, I hope it happens before Christmas. I really do. But
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the winter meetings are in 5 weeks, or less than 5 weeks. So it's right around the corner. And we got options. We have a qualifying offer deadline. Teams have to offer the qualifying offer soon. And there's a lot of these deadlines are coming up. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be busy, man. Like, my God. And they have to decide on Cole Monday. They have to decide on Lou Trevino as well.
Is it Cole Sunday now? Because
is it Sunday? Is it tomorrow?
Passon then said Sunday.
Or maybe
and
it's
Hope said Sunday.
Maybe it's tomorrow then.
Tomorrow evening. Oh,
I think Trevino's Monday. That's the official start of free agency.
Yeah, we haven't seen the guy in 2 years, you know?
Yeah, well, exactly. And that option is $5 million.
That's yeah.
You know, they could replace him with somebody in the farm. So, what was this? See, look at this. Investigating recently found a top prospect in the Dominican Republic who had verbally agreed to sign with the Padres for approximately $4 million. Is 5 years older than believed. What the hell?
Wow.
Jonathan, do you work for the FBI? Where do you get all this information?
Jonathan, what the hell, bro?
You gotta think about a career in espionage. You find stuff out, man. Like, you gotta join the spy game.
Wait a minute. We gotta turn our clocks back tonight?
Yeah, an hour.
That's tonight. Wait, that's tonight?
Tonight.
Oh man, I always thought. No, I'm kidding. I'm just bullcrapping. But man, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Crap.
Jonathan.
Wait, so we turn it back, so we gain an extra hour.
Yep.
Nice.
It gets darker an hour earlier, but
that sucks.
It is what it is.
It sucks.
My kids aren't going to sleep the extra hour. They're going to get up. Instead of getting up at 7, they're going to get up at 6 now. So I'm like, oh,
that's pretty good.
We're setting it up at 6, going to get up at 5. And they're like, my God. So, but it's all right. Yeah, we get the extra hour of sleep. Well, for those that don't have kids, you get the extra hour of sleep.
Yeah, friggin' me. Last night, I had a screaming baby, Jason, from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. It was nuts.
Yeah, and it's like hard to. How do you deal with it?
I'm a new dad. I'm trying to adapt, but
yeah,
I'm trying.
It's taxing, man. You get tired. Like, I didn't sleep my first year when we first had our kid.
Are you kidding me?
Not really.
You're telling me I got to do this for 11 more months?
you might not have to. Like my little one, she slept. I don't know why she slept in the. We had this huge walk-in closet. We put her in the crib, right in the walk-in closet. So any noise that she made, she would make and would wake us up, bolt up immediately, because my wife wanted to just get up and get to her easy instead of walking across the house and going and doing the whole thing. So that kept both of our asses up for like a year. Then we had to make some adjustments when McKenna came, and then little one now. And now they're all three sleeping in the same bedroom right now.
Oh wow!
While we're building the other rooms out, but it's they're up. They're always up in the morning. It's just we hear them through the monitor, so they wake us up early.
That's kind of adorable, Jason. That's adorable.
It's cute. It's precious and adorable, but it's like at least they're like not. They're talking with each other. They're playing this and reading each other books and whatever,
That's
poppets
awesome.
and all these little things. So it's cute.
I love it.
But it's it's nice. Like sometimes, yeah, you do learn to sleep on your feet, Buckeye. Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's just sometimes like you would like a nap at 3 p.m. It's like, oh my god, I need a nap for like 2 hours. You can't get it.
Yeah, sometimes recently, so like I have my own office and it's like detached from the house, so I have a recliner right there in the corner. So sometimes I'll put my feet up as soon as I'm done working. I'll put my feet up and I'll catch some Z's.
Damn.
I hope the wife ain't listening.
Yeah, I got pickup duty in the morning. I have drop off duty in the morning, pickup in the afternoon, everything in between. And I do all the cooking in the house. So I do 98% of the cooking. I have prepared stuff during the day, and I got prepared stuff in the late afternoon for early evening. And when the girls get, I'm hungry, I have to feed them before dinner, like a pre-dinner, to feed them dinner to feed us dinner. So it's like 5 rounds of food. It's just constant. It's constant. These girls eat like offensive tackles. And they're tiny. It's crazy.
Offensive tackles. That's hysterical.
Yeah. It's just, but yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly for Yankee baseball. Exactly, Buckeye. But they're adorable, loving girls. They're healthy. They're happy. They're good students in school. So they behave. So that's all that matters to me.
And that's great.
They're safe.
Awesome.
So
yeah,
I want to give them the opportunity to grow up and enjoy the things that we were able to enjoy and have a better life. So, and so that's all that matters to me. Girl dad. So we got 149 likes. All right, gang. Thank you so much. Jonathan's filling us out with the information today, man. Sports movies, Hayden. Before I wrap this up, I'll wrap. My 2 favorites are Rudy and Hoosiers. My favorite baseball one is Major League, the first one.
Major League, nice.
I like other baseball movies too, but Major League's my favorite.
Yeah.
It was like the band of misfits that turned into the lovable Indians. So like that was awesome movie.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I love Field of Dreams. I love Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, with Tony Danza.
Yeah, I love Angels in the Outfield. I grew up watching that. But I also love a more recent one. I mean, not recent, 13 years ago, Moneyball.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I love that movie so damn much.
Brad Pitt, yeah.
It's it's phenomenal. Sandlot, yes.
Sandlot, For Love of the Game.
The Scout. Yeah, The Scout.
The Scout. It's a good movie too.
Yeah.
Mr. Baseball with Tom Selleck.
Yeah. Oh man, bro. But Moneyball is one of my favorites.
Moneyball's awesome. You got the other. So you got to listen to the other side of it, the GM side.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and just goes to show you, like, for those that say, but the manager had no say. You just whatever Bean gave you was what you had. This is exactly the same ship that Boone's in. Whatever
and
the rest gives him, he has to deal with.
In all fairness, too, though, the Athletics won like 103 games that year, and they had The movie failed to mention Miguel Tejada, Eric Chavez, Tim Hudson, Barry Zito, Mark Mulder.
Mulder.
Keith Falk was over there too, I
We
think.
focused on freaking Hatterberg and Giambi.
Yeah, it's like they forgot to mention quite a few big names that were on that athletic team.
True. So true. That was a great team.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It was all. They were awesome.
Yeah. But gang, Joey, I gotta thank y'all for coming on. Like this is really, I think it's important to have different perspectives on how to digest, and I think we needed a few days to digest what happened and kind of hear some of the things that came out from different people as to what happened, and see, because there's so many folks overreacting to this, overreacting to that. We weren't even getting the full story, right? So that's why I like to wait before doing something like this. So I want to thank you for coming on and giving me your perspective. And it's a fresh take, and again, it's an honest take, it's an accurate take. And I thank you for it. And it's always
man. And thank you for asking me on, bro. I really appreciate it.
Gang, thank you so much for your contributions in the chat too. And please subscribe to the Shift if you haven't done that yet. Really.
Thanks.
Eddie, we'll definitely do it again. Love having Joey on.
Yeah, and then Jason, I'll have you on mine too. I'm gonna stream a decent amount over on the Shift. So
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I'll be here live tomorrow. I'm gonna live stream tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna give my MLB free agent predictions tomorrow. So I have all my slides ready to go. So I'll be live tomorrow, gang, for 12 noon Eastern time. So if anybody wants to hear it, I'll be here. And I'm Tiffany. The Cole talk. I mean, look, I'll end with this. There was an argument to hold Cole to account. There's also an argument to hold Rizzo to account. The fact is, Rizzo was 7 feet from the bag. Okay, Cole was not. But there is an expectation that the pitcher is going to go towards first base. The bottom line is neither one of them got Mookie Betts out. So, and that's the problem. So, but this is a lesson for them to learn. Hopefully they will do that. And hopefully they will work on a lot of these things this offseason. So we're going to continue to keep you updated on all the stuff, whether it's big news or medium news or small news. We'll keep you updated on everything. So
of course,
make sure your notifications are turned on, everybody, on both of our channels. Okay, because we won't miss anything from us.
No, we're relentless.
Yeah, we are relentless. So
we're relentless.
We want you to get all the information. We want you to get the accurate information. Okay, and we thank you so much for your support. Really do. And happy belated Halloween, everybody. And I hope you all got a great Halloween too. But Joey, again, thank you so much for coming on.
Right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Peace and love to all of you. Have a great night. See y'all tomorrow.